Hello, everyone. You are welcome to this week's edition of our Friday Live. This is the show, if you might want to call it that, or the coaching activation, or whatever. This is where I come to you on a weekly basis and we rub minds as business people to find practical ways, practical strategies that allows us to do better this year. 2025 is the year you are going to take your business to the next level. 2025 is the year you're going to grow your business massively, massive profit, massive scale. And that is what we're talking about today. I see you, Timitayo Awoyele. Good morning and welcome to today's session. I'm so happy to have you here. You're welcome. You're welcome. As you're coming in, just let me know where you're joining from. It'll be good to know where you're joining from for today's Friday live session. And please just click the link and share. There are many people that need to hear what I want to tell you today. What I want to hear you today is not what you will see or hear on social media. Like nobody gives these secrets out free of charge. But guess what? I am doing this for you this year because I want to see you grow. I want your business to grow. I want you to be massively profitable. I want your business to scale, right? So that's the conversation we're having today. So just push the button out, just invite as many people as possible. Just share it to your network. Let them come and hear it live and direct. Let them come and hear it live and direct. Remember, this is also the session where you get to ask me your questions. So, really, I'm on the hot seat. I'm on the hot seat and I'm ready to take all your burning questions, right? If you ever thought of a way to pick my brain, if you thought of, a way to just sit down with me and ask questions, right? And just gain clarification or gain insight into areas that you really want someone to share insights with you, then this is the opportunity. This is the opportunity. So don't take it lightly at all. Get your questions ready. And as we start the session, make sure you have your note handy with you, right? Take all the notes so that you can take action immediately. I see you coming in. I see you coming in. Awesome stuff. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you're joining, just push the link out, send it to your network, let them come and hear this for themselves, live and direct. Okay, let them come and hear it for themselves live and direct. So I know that a lot of us, we're working on our businesses. We're trying to do the best that we can. We're trying to, scale our business and we're trying to grow. And that is why I believe that this session is of interest to you and you're here live with me. So I'm happy to be doing this with you. Okay, so we're going to get started because we have just an hour to do this, and there is a lot to talk about. There are many things that I really want to be able to cover in the time that we have. Okay, so I'm really just going to get into it. Yes, I'm just going to get into it. I'm just going to get into it. Just keep the chat coming. Keep the chat coming. I would like to know where you're joining from. I would like to know what is of interest to you in this session today. Why you're here? What do you want to learn? What exactly is of interest to you? Okay, so welcome back, everybody. We're going to be doing this every Friday by the grace of God. I'm going to be coming, to you with practical insights that you can use for your business immediately, things that you can implement. So this is like an action-backed, action-based conversation that we're going to be having. So welcome everyone. I'm thrilled to have you join me in this session again. And in this session, like I said, I'll be sharing actionable strategies for you to be able to scale your business in 2025. Whether you run a small business and your goal this year is you're looking to hit your first major milestone, or you're already an existing business and a medium scale business, and really what you want to do this year is you're ready to dominate your market. The secrets I'm going to be sharing with you is designed to give you the practical steps to achieve massive growth this year. Keep it coming in the chat. I want the engagement. I want to feel your energy. Share Share the link right within your group, share the link to your network, let them come and enjoy all of what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to get right into the secrets. We're sharing the top secrets that businesses that have been able to build sustainable business have used, has created result for them, and I believe that it will create result for you as well. Thank you very much. I see you coming in the chat. Well done. Welcome. Okay, the first secret I'm going to be sharing with you today is number one, your value proposition needs to be clear. Before you can attempt to want to scale your business, scale means that you're trying to penetrate the market, you're trying to deepen your reach, you're trying to get a larger share of the market, of the addressable market in your industry. That's what scale means. Scale means that you're trying to do more of what you've done, but you're trying to reach a lot more people with your products, with your services. You're trying to expand your business, perhaps maybe beyond your geographical location. Scale could also mean that you are trying to expand the scale of your operation so that you can produce more, maybe for the existing market, but you want to be able to do so much more in terms of the volume of your production or in terms of the number of people that you can serve. So for different businesses, scale might look a little different, but scale is really that you want to do bigger and better. If we put it simply like that, that is what scale is. Now, before you can scale your business, your value proposition has to be clear. And in some cases, you may need to refine it. Okay? You may need to refine your value proposition. Your value proposition is the core reason why your customers choose to do business with you. That is the reason people choose you over your competitors. Remember, you're not the only one in the industry. There are many other people that do things that are similar to what you do. But why would people choose you? Why would people give you their own money? Why would people choose to do business with you? Okay, your value proposition needs to be so clear. And that is what draws people to you. That's what attracts people to you. Okay, so it's important that that value proposition is so clear. And if it is not clear, you need to refine it. Why does this matter? It matters because if people don't understand the reason behind your business and why you do what you do, it may not even attract them, it may not, relate with them. And you want to be able to drive a connection that is deeper, that is not superficial. And people can immediately see how you are different from the next person doing the same thing. So as you scale, it's important for you to ensure that your offerings, your product, your services are meeting a real need, not an imaginary need, not something that you assumed. Okay? So you have to ensure that it actually meets a real need and it stands out in the market. More importantly, you want to make sure that it stands out. Even if you're selling water, how does your own water stand out? What makes it different from every other person that sells water? Do you see? That is your value proposition. That is your why. So, what should you be doing this year? Remember, I said it's going to be action backed. We're not going to be talking too much. We're going to be getting very quickly to the actions. What are the things that you're supposed to do? So, you have to understand your customers deeply. It has to be much more than just, the interaction that you have with them when they come to do business with you. You need to seek to understand, okay, you're doing this or you've come to buy from us or you've come to patronize our business. Why? What about our business resonated with you? And by this, you can conduct surveys. You can ask questions at the point of sale. Do you understand? Just to get data that you can work with. Your business this year must be data driven because there's no way you're going to be able to move with the market if you don't understand where the market is going. There's no way you'll be able to adapt your business to the changing needs of your customers or their preferences if you don't understand what their needs are. So consider, sending out surveys if you have like a mailing list or, a list of, your customers and they can get it either by way of WhatsApp or by way of email, whatever platform that you use to reach your customers. Ensure that you do those surveys. You can even do a survey on social media if you have a huge following. Let people be able to tell you what it is about your business that resonates with them and what they would want you to even improve on. Okay, this information is very, very valuable. for how you are going to refine your value proposition so that it resonates with a larger audience. It resonates more with the people and deeply, even with the people that you currently serve. So gather feedback, get feedback. And when you gather feedback, also analyze the purchasing patterns in your business. Is there a particular time of the month where it seems like sales are usually booming, or a particular time of the year where things kind of dip? You need to understand the buying patterns. For instance, if you get a lot of sales towards the end of the month, is it tied to the fact that that's the time that a lot of people get money? Maybe you have a lot of salary earners who are your customers, and so that's when everybody gets salary and that's when they buy. You need to just really understand, the buying pattern of your customers so that, for instance, if you want to create a loyalty program or you want to create a program that will allow your customers to be able to, buy more from you, you want to lock it into that time where you're likely going to get the most sale or where they have the disposable income to be able to take advantage of the offer that you're giving to them. So it's important that you understand that. Seek to understand your customers and understand them very deeply. Let your business be data driven. If you need to refine your value proposition so that it meets the needs that your customers are communicating to you, then you have to do that. Okay, you have to do that. Please keep sharing the link, so that many more people can, enjoy what we're sharing here and also benefit from it. So, for instance, if you are someone that runs a bakery and let's say you use organic ingredients, because of health benefits, let's say your own bread, your own pastries are for people who are suffering from one health challenge, and maybe for some reason they can't take as much sugar, or they shouldn't even take sugar at all, or they shouldn't take a certain type of flour, maybe they shouldn't take white flour. And for you, you bake with maybe almond flour, more healthy flours. Because I actually had someone who was referred to me earlier in the year who uses things like almond flour, isom husk, things like coconut flour, wheat flour. That's what she uses, right? And our pastries are gluten free and all of those kind of things. You have to then emphasize how your own bakery products, how your own confectionaries are different from the other people. You have to highlight those health benefits because that's what differentiates you from every other person that is baking bread or making cookies and all of those kind of things. So your value proposition must also evolve with the market, and you have to stay flexible and ready to adapt. It's very, very important. So let's give an example of someone that is a fashion designer, right? Let's say in the process of gathering data from your customers, you hear a lot of complaints about how inconsistent the quality of your product is, or the fact that they've suffered delayed delivery. Because the truth is that one of the reasons you're also gathering this data is to understand their pain points. Those that have done business with you in previous years, what were their pain points? What did you do well? And what didn't you do so well that they would want you to improve on? That's also partly why you're gathering that data, right? So you want to ensure that you're asking them those questions. You want to make sure that they give you very honest feedback that you can work on. So let's say you're a fashion business, right? And your customers have, given you feedback and said, oh, your quality was inconsistent or your delivery was delayed for the most part. One of the ways you can refine your USP is to say something like, you offer custom made outfits that are delivered within 14 days. Now, what that means is that you've already told the customer that they shouldn't expect that you're going to deliver in less than 14 days. Because maybe their expectation before was they give you an outfit, they want it out in 5 days. If you say it's 14 days, then stick to your 14 days. Now, for you to be able to meet up with the 14 days deadline or timeline that you've set for yourself, you need to refine your operations. And I'm going to be going back. That will be the next point I'll be talking about. You need to now refine your operations. You need to source quality fabrics so that you can address the quality challenge that people have talked about. Okay. So you have to address that. Address the quality challenge by sourcing quality fabrics and then communicate the promise very clearly. What are you promising? Because your USP is your promise. That's your brand promise. That's your USP. So ensure that you communicate your promise clearly. And interestingly, by the time you communicate this clearly, you will find that you may even begin to attract busy professionals who value both time and quality because you've been able to refine and clarify what you offer, what your brand promise is. Okay, so make sure you do that. For instance, you could also have maybe like if you're a tech startup, let's say you offer digital payment solutions and you're competing with larger players like Flutterwave and Paystack, all those kind of things. What you have to do is that you need to find your own niche within that industry. And this applies to every industry that you may find yourself in. Imagine that you're playing like you're in the same industry and you're trying to address the same market that other larger players that have more established operations and larger customer base are operating in. You cannot be speaking to everybody. You will get lost in that crowd. Do you see? So, what you need to do is to find your own niche and find what is particular about that niche and then speak to the pinpoint of that niche. So, for instance, I use the example of a digital payment solution startup, and you have the likes of Flutterwave and Paystack, who are the big guys there. One of the ways, for instance, that you can find a niche is you can decide that you want to serve the bottom of the pyramid in that ecosystem. So you want to serve rural businesses. You want to be able to speak the language of farmers, of traders, of people that do business on a day-to-day basis, and you want to run with them. One of the ways you can do that is perhaps maybe you set up your infrastructure in such a way that people can do payments with USSD code, because you also know that this set of people don't use very sophisticated gadgets or phones, right? So you want to be able to perhaps do payment using USSD codes, or you want to be able to process payment for them in their local language, if that is something that your technology gives you bandwidth to be able to do. My point is you have to find something that differentiates you. You are a small player, but you are also a niche player that is able to address as much of the pain point of a niche market, and you can get that captive market for your business. Okay, I hope that is making sense. All right, now, secret number two that I'm going to share with you, which is a fallout of your secret number one. Remember, secret number one is that you refine and clarify your value proposition. Number two is that you have to build systems and processes in your business. It's important. I cannot talk about this enough. You know, I can't talk about this enough because if you're going to scale, then you must be able to scale something that is working well. You can't scale chaos. Somebody should put that in the chat for me. You can't scale chaos. Without solid systems in place, growth will expose you. Growth will expose your inefficiencies. Growth can even cripple your business because what you've been doing before, that is just a few people that know that you're not so good at it or you're not so efficient in the way that you deliver your services. Guess what? A lot more people will now be exposed to that. A lot more people will now get to experience your business and they will now see how inefficient your operations are. You don't want to do that. So if you're looking to have a business that will really grow massively this year, then make sure that you take chaos out of your business. Go to the drawing board, look at your operations, look at your processes, check what works, check what is not working. Whatever is not working, then you need to take it out. You need to, in fact, document your processes, because in the process of documenting your processes, from how you acquire customer to how you deliver to them, everything in that line, if you're able to document it, you will see where you've been dropping the balls. You will see the things that can go wrong in your process, and you begin to put some controls in place to forestall those things that can go wrong. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Does it make sense to you? So you have to build systems and processes. You have to be able to automate as much as possible. You have to use tools that will make you a lot more efficient. For instance, if you run a business where you want to be able to churn out invoices very quickly, you can't be doing invoice and be writing it in this day and age. Use Zoho, use QuickBooks, use different software. There are lots of them out there now that can allow you to get your invoice out, get receipts out very quickly, like this, so that you save that time and then you can repurpose that time into something that is more profitable. Okay, so it shouldn't be taking you a lot of time. Your customer is following up with you to send them the invoice or to send them the receipt for a payment that has been done or to confirm payment. Do you understand? So you have to find a way to manage your business in a way that makes you a lot more efficient this year. Okay, I said to those of you that are already live with me, I know this is a live session and it's a busy day for a lot of people. Share the link to as many people in your network. Let them join us live. Just go ahead and share the link so that they can enjoy what we're sharing this morning. So I was talking about automating. I had already talked about documentation. Document your processes. Even if you use manual process, document it. In the process of documenting your manual process, you will see the things that you can automate. And some of these automations are not even expensive, to be honest. Another thing, for instance, is your mailing list. If you share mails, some of you that are on my mailing list, you got my email this morning to say we are live. When I went live, you got an email that says we are live. Guess what? That email was written, I think, 3 or 4 days ago. I'm not going to be here trying to go live and then I'm trying to send an email to you. No, you have to make yourself efficient. You got a message that told you about this particular session, and then you got an email that told you we are now live. All of those emails were already, scheduled ahead of time, and they go out by themselves. So find ways to make your life easier this year as a business owner, so that you are not an overwhelmed business owner. You are not a busy busy business owner that is not making money, busy business owner that is not generating profit in your business because there's too much inefficiency that is taking a lot from you. Like I said, you cannot scale chaos. If you do that, you're going to cripple your business. So, like I said, document everything from order to receipt to delivery so that there is consistency and your customers can also know what to expect from you as much as possible. For instance, a small retail store in Ibadan, for instance, can use POS systems to track sales and your inventory very seamlessly. For those of you that are in retail products, find system that you can use to track your sales and inventory very seamlessly. Another thing that you should do, delegate and empower your team. This year is not the year that you want to do everything as a business owner. Find ways to delegate and empower your team so that they can do much more for you. If you feel like they don't have capacity, then train them, show them. Okay, when you're doing it, let them observe you. Then watch them do it and observe them and correct them and empower them to get things done for you. More importantly, hire the right people. If you have people that are frustrating you right now, they will not help you to scale your business this year. So hire the right people and train them. And as you hire and train them, also trust them to manage your daily operations. They'll make mistakes, so give room for mistakes, right? But as much as possible, be there to guide them until the time where they are comfortable and they can do some of these things by themselves. Okay, train your staff on how to manage your customers. Train them on how to engage with your customers. You should not be the only one that your customers are calling. Okay, because you want to be able to focus on growth strategies. I have worked with a lot of business owners who have found themselves. In fact, if I share the story of a coaching client of mine, I remember our first coaching session was in 2019. And at the time, she was really overwhelmed. She was really like burdened. And she was just managing just one branch of her business at the time. And she really wanted to scale. In fact, she had opened another branch, and 6 months later, she shut down that branch because, first of all, she was just overwhelmed doing a lot of things. And then this second branch was not even yielding profit because she didn't take her time to find a good location for that branch. And because her business is largely driven by traffic, by footfalls, right? That branch didn't do well. Plus, she was even overwhelmed, with a lot of things. So we went back to the drawing board, and all of these things that I'm sharing with you were some of the things that I also shared with her. Of course, we worked practically with her. A lot of these things were down nuanced to our business. We found where the pain points were. We found the things that she was doing wrong, and she started making those changes. Fast forward 3 years later, 3 or 4 years later, she now has 4 branches. I'm sure she's probably even opened more, branches. But as at 2023, she now had like 4 branches that she runs. And in that year, our business hit our first 1 billion in revenue. Her first 1 billion in revenue. So I'm not coming here to share with you what I've not tested with my clients. So this works if you can work it. This works if you can work it. Okay. So you have to make sure that you take chaos out of your business, take inefficiencies out of your business. Focus on growth. That should be your focus today as the owner of the business, as the founder of the business. Focus on growth this year and remove yourself from daily operations as much as possible. Okay. Now let's go on to the next things. I mean, I can give you many examples. I can give you many examples. Let's say, for instance, you found that orders always get mixed up, or the quality of your product is not consistent. You can create a step-by-step process by which you are taking orders, by which you're preparing and delivering orders, right? You can invest in an online tracking system that allows you to do that, and you can also collect your customer complaints online real time. Do you see? So those are things that you can definitely do. All right, let's go to number 3 secret. How are you going to scale your business this year? Number 3 secret is you must expand your revenue streams. Expand your revenue streams. Expand your revenue streams. It's important. There is no scale without your revenue increasing. You must see the impact on your revenue. So, this is not the year you are going to rely on just one product or just one service. That is very risky. If that is where you are today, you have to now start thinking of diversification so that you can create stability around your cash flows. Because if the only one product that you offer today, if for whatever reason your customers don't like it anymore, or there is not as much demand as you used to have before, or your customer preferences change, what's going to happen to that business? It won't grow. So you want to create new growth opportunities in your business. And how you do that is by diversifying. So this is the year that you want to look at how you are going to expand your product portfolio or your service portfolio. On the back of what you currently do, ask yourself the question, and what else? Remember what I asked you to do initially, which is speak to your customers, engage with them, ask them questions. What do they want to see more of in your business? Okay. Now, on the back of what you currently offer them, by the time you get feedback from them, you will probably see how that can give birth to a totally new service, a totally new product line. Do you see? That's why it's important for you to have a business that is data driven, because it will inform how you are going to grow your business, because you want to grow in the direction of the needs that your customers are communicating with you. So leverage complementary products and services. That's how you're going to scale your business this year. Leverage complementary products and services. As you're dropping the notes, drop it in the chat. Like I said, please share the link, share the link, share the link. Let me see more people join us live. I know a lot more people would come back to watch this replay, but I want to see as many people that can join us live as much as possible. So leverage complementary products and services. Then identify add-ons. Identify add-ons. Identify add-ons, guys. Look at things that you can definitely create. Look at things that you can definitely create on the back of what you currently do. It's important because there is no way you are going to be able to do more this year if your business is not growing. If your business is not growing, then there is not so much you can do. Okay? There's not so much you can do. So look at add-ons, look at related services, look at other products that you can do, especially things that your customers are asking for. Okay, I want to see what is resonating with you from all the things that I've shared already. I want to see it in the chat. What's resonating with you? What's resonating with you? I just want to read from you. Okay, all right, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Awesome. Yeah, I see some of you already dropping things in the chat. Okay. Leverage complementary products. Leverage complementary products. Good. All right. Identify things that you can add on to what you currently have. So let's say you are a salon. You run a salon. How about you start selling different types of hair products, shampoos, conditioners? I know that some salons do this, but there are some salons that they also don't do that. Like they just strictly, make people's hair and that is all. How about you start selling things that your customers will need as you make their hair, right? Explore new market segments. That's also something that you can do. Look at other market segments, either segments that complement what you do, or maybe something that is even is different for what you do, but you can find a way to repurpose your products, or maybe a different demographic, right? Maybe a different demographic. So, for instance, let me give you an example of that. Let's say you run a food delivery business. You make food. You're in Port Harcourt or Ibadan or Abuja, wherever, Enugu, anywhere you are in Nigeria. And of course, we have a global audience, so other parts of the world as well. So let's imagine that you run a food delivery business. You can partner with offices for bulk lunch orders. Okay. You can partner with schools to deliver food to them. So instead of focusing on individual deliveries, people that come to you on your social media, to your DM or send you messages, rather than focus on that, look at adjacent segments that you can partner with. Okay. Go into offices, especially offices that have large number of employees, right? Look at construction sites, people that would want you to come and maybe serve their people and all of that. Look at schools, okay? Those are the things that you can do. And that way, if you're able to lock down those kind of deals, those ones are like even a game changer for you. Because even though your individual deliveries are still coming in, those bulk orders can be a game changer to the kind of revenue you will do this year. I mentioned last week when we had the session, I mentioned something about subscription model, looking at your business model. Also think of how you can introduce subscription model into your business so that you have ongoing value that you can provide through your subscription packages. And that can be, one way you generate consistent cash flow into your business. Always look for new revenue streams on a small scale, and then you can roll it out fully. Always test the waters. Never be afraid. This is the year that you're going to be courageous. You're going to be resilient because scale requires that. Scale requires you to be resilient. Scale requires you to be courageous. Scale requires you to look outside of your immediate, outside of the things that you're used to, outside of the things that you've done before. You can test it out on a small scale and then you roll it out like that. Okay. I talked about, a salon. You can even start creating online course on how to take care of your wigs, or how to take care of your hair if you want your hair to grow long. You can create an online course. You can even subscribe to monthly hair treatments for your customers. That can be a subscription. So people come in on a monthly basis, they've already pre-booked it. Do you understand? So they come and you do their treatment for them on a monthly basis. Now, this diversification can boost your revenue to a level that you don't even imagine. All right. So let's say you do like an agro processing business, for instance. Let's say you package granite oil. There's somebody that I actually buy coconut oil from. And from coconut oil, she does coconut cookies. She does every and anything that you can do with coconut. She does coconut flour. She does all manner of things. So you do granite oil. You can do granite cake snacks. You can start exporting even. You can start to think about, how do I export this thing? So it's not just local. And that way you can earn foreign income or foreign exchange, right? So look at how you can explore that, how you can position your business for the international market. That's what scale looks like. We're not having small boy, small girl conversation here. We're talking about people that are ready to take their businesses to the next level. Now, number 4 secrets that I'm going to share with you. I hope this is making sense. Yeah, somebody's talking about peanut butter. Absolutely. Peanut butter, you know, so definitely, you need to explore all the complementary things that you can make on the back of what you currently do. Number 4 secret that I'm going to tell you about today is you have to leverage technology. AI has come to stay. Like, if you're the type that you're still running away from AI, let me bust your bubble. This is the year you go and sit down and learn it. It's as simple as that. Remember the time when social media came, Instagram, Facebook, we were used to just, having our stores and sitting in our physical stores and do business and all that. We didn't realize how much technology can scale the impact of your business. We didn't realize how much we can reach a lot more people just leveraging social media. Now, social media has come to stay. I can't even imagine any business that is not on social media today. How are you going to reach your customers? Because everybody is on social media. That is what AI is already. Like, you have to go and learn how you are going to use AI to make your business more efficient, to reach more of your customers as much as possible. Do you see? So it's important. It's important that you're able to do that. You have to leverage social media. You have to leverage technology for visibility and for growth. It's important. Technology has leveled the playing field. In fact, you will see a lot of small businesses that are doing volumes and volumes, of their products and sales of their products because they understand social media. They've been able to leverage it to scale their business. And one of the ways you can even reduce overhead in your business is taking your business online. There are lots of people now that do business from home. So they don't have any overhead of paying rent and all of those kind of things. Yeah. So technology has leveled the playing field for everyone. Right now, small businesses are competing with large businesses. It's technology that can make that kind of thing happen. So you have to go and optimize your presence. If your social media is not very active or you're not, posting as regularly as possible and showcasing the value and the awesomeness of your business, you have to find a way to make, that work for you this year. If it means that you need to hire a social media person that can create content that can resonate more with your customers, please do it. Go and optimize your online presence as much as possible. Have a website for your business as much as possible. Create your own owned platform. Social media is a rented platform. I've heard stories of people having their accounts disabled, accounts that they've grown and spent a lot of money on. If you've built your website, you will have over time been able to repurpose or direct the traffic from your social media to your website. So if people are buying from your website, even if your social media account crashes, people still know to go to your website and buy from there. Do you understand? So this is the year you must optimize that as much as possible. If it is WhatsApp that you are using, whatever it is, make sure you optimize it so that the experience is also very seamless for your customers. Like I said, build a professional website and maintain all your social media channels. Make them active. All right? Make them active. Use it to showcase what you do. Invest in digital marketing. Okay? Invest in digital marketing. Run targeted ads. Use SEOs to reach your audience. Technology is a game changer. Technology is what you will use to scale your business. Let me just tell you that. Because even investors, when they want to invest in businesses, they're always looking at businesses that are scalable. And by that, I mean businesses that are leveraging technology as an enabler. Technology is an enabler. Please put it in the chat for me. Technology is an enabler. Don't run away from it. Technology is an enabler. Think of how you're going to use Google Ads. Think of how you're going to get on YouTube and use YouTube ads. So it's not just Facebook and Instagram alone. Expand your reach. There are people that have not heard about your business yet. And those people are waiting. Like, your customers are out there waiting for you. How are you going to reach them? Okay, explore the things that you've not done before. Go on YouTube. Explore YouTube ads. Explore Google ads. If you've done Facebook ads, Instagram ads, go and do YouTube ads. Go and do Google ads. Go and find your customers wherever they are. Okay? Use technology to your advantage. If you do business on WhatsApp, make sure you're using WhatsApp business. Make sure when people come into your WhatsApp, they can close their orders on WhatsApp. And the process is seamless. Not that they will send message to you on WhatsApp and then it will take you 5 hours before you respond. Okay, so make sure it works for you. Do something that works for you this year. Do personalized promotions to your past customers. That could also be a way that you wake them up to do business with you this year. Remember, we're talking scale. So scale doesn't mean that you're just chasing new customers. It means that you are looking to do so much more with your customers. Who were your top customers? Who were the people that bought the most from you this year? What have you done for them? Have you even sent them a personalized message to say, we appreciate you. We saw, how much business you did with us this year. We're grateful and we're looking forward to serving you more this year. Have you done that? So send messages. Okay. Let them begin to feel you. Technology is indeed an enabler. Use it to your advantage. Data is your ally this year. Run a business that is data driven. There must be things that you are tracking. Track your metrics. There must be performance metrics that you've defined in your business. What are you tracking on a daily basis? Is it the engagement rate on your social media? Is it your website visits? How many people are coming to visit your website? Is it the conversion, the rate of conversion from people that place order or people that make inquiries to people that ultimately pay for something? Are you tracking that? Are you tracking that? Where is the ball dropping? So let's say 1,000 people sent in inquiries and only maybe 50 of them paid. Where did they drop the ball? At what point did they drop off? Okay. And then you can take it up from there and say, what is the issue? Is it the price? Is it that we didn't follow up on time? Is whatever, whatever that is, fix it. Your business has to have more visibility this year. Use TikTok, Instagram, whatever your business is well suited for, whatever platform is best for your business, use it to showcase your business and showcase it shamelessly. Showcase your business shamelessly. Coca-Cola, as big as they are still advertising, they are still in your faces. How much more you that is running a small business and you wake up and you will not push your business on a daily basis? Push your business shamelessly. Push it on every platform. Push it on the faces of everybody that needs to see it. Do it shamelessly. All right? Do it shamelessly. Use every platform that you can use to reach your customers. And more importantly, make sure that these platforms, you make them as seamless as possible. Make sure the experience for your customers is as seamless as possible. You can reach them, you can take their orders, you can deliver and serve them as much as possible. All right? Number 5 secrets that I'm going to be sharing with you. And this is the last secret because I want to be able to take questions. Okay? So just get your questions ready. And of course, just start putting it in the chat so that I can just pick them up when I'm ready. This is the last secret that I'm going to be sharing with you. There's going to be many more sessions of this Friday Lives. So we're not trying to cram everything in one session. The ones that I've given to you today, I want you to go and run with it. I want you to take action with it. So the last session, or the last secret rather, that I'm going to be sharing with you is you have to build resilience with your financial discipline this year. The businesses that will thrive in these times and these economic conditions that we all operate in are the businesses that are going to be very resilient with their financial discipline. This is not the year you will say, I'm making money, but I don't know where my money is going. No, don't say that this year. If that was your story last year, that story has to change. Without financial stability, growth will be short-lived, even if you achieved it. It will be short-lived. So this is the year you want to make sure that you are managing your cash flow effectively. It is critical to scaling. There is no scale that can happen if your business is not able to generate cash flows that can back your scaling ambition or aspiration as much as possible. So you need to monitor your cash flow very closely. You don't have to wait till the end of the month to download your bank statement and understand what is going on there. Do that on a daily basis. Do that on a weekly basis. Understand what's going on within your bank statement. Okay? Prepare your books of account. Understand how much revenue that you have made. Understand which products have contributed to most of the revenue that came in for you within a particular period of time, so that you can push more of that product, so that you can understand why many people are buying that product, so that you can take advantage of the opportunities that are locked in that moment. So when I say push your products, it doesn't even make sense for you to push all your products if not all of them are doing well. Push products that are not doing so well by putting them as a complementary product to the ones that are doing well. There's a way you can come up with bundles because you understand the psyche of your customers and how they buy and what informs their buying decision. Do you see? That's what will help you to be able to create combos, create bundles that will allow you to sell your slow moving stocks on the back of those ones that are moving very fast. Do you see? So monitor your cash flow very closely this year, right? Track your income, track your expenses meticulously. Whether you have an accountant or you don't have an accountant, as a matter of fact, if you don't have someone that is managing or looking after your numbers in your company, go and outsource it. Find an accounting firm that offers service to small businesses. They can collect small money and they can look at your numbers on a monthly basis for you, and they can help you to just get some insight, draw some insight from how your numbers are coming through. Do you see? Thank you very much for the love. I'm seeing it. Thank you so much for that. So track your income and your expenses meticulously. Follow the money. Follow the flow of money in your business. Understand it. Analyze your sales. Where are they coming from? Analyze your fast moving products. Analyze your slow moving product. Then reinvest in your business. Don't just take money out of your business because now you're making money, you're taking it and you're using it to do all manner of things. There is a portion of that money that should be reinvested. At a minimum, 50% of your profit should be reinvested at a minimum so that you can scale quickly. All right. Let's say 20% is going into overheads. The remaining 30% you pay yourself as a business owner, and then you can scale back anywhere from 50 to 70% of your profits should be reinvested back into your business. That is what will make you scale this year. Okay. Don't scale using debt if you don't understand how to use it well. Because if you grow very quickly and you've leveraged debt and your business is over leveraged, that can cripple the business. I'm not saying don't use debt, but you must know how to use it strategically. There's a way you can grow your business organically such that the business itself can generate the revenue that you use to scale the business. All right. So allocate profits towards growth initiatives like marketing, like training your staff, like buying new equipment. All right. Because those things are the things that will help you to be able to scale in terms of the volume of your production or how much more you can really, meet the demands, the growing demands of your products or your services, right? So upgrade, buy updated equipment that can help you to do more, or bigger equipment that can allow you to do more. Invest in your marketing, invest in your staff. All these things will cost money, but it is until you're able to scale your business that you're able to deploy funds into all of these areas, and they are needed. They are needed if you're going to be able to do that. Also look for affordable financing options. Keep your ears to the ground. Look for grant opportunities, low interest loans. Find angel investors, people that can come into your business and support your business with patient capital that will not put you under pressure. All right? So make sure you keep your ears to the ground. Partner with all these development banks that are offering sector specific funding, especially if you're in agriculture or healthcare or education. Those sectors, you will find development banks, development institutions that are offering sector specific funding. Look out for them. Look out for them. If you're in agro this year, agriculture is going to do well this year. You saw how food inflation rose really high last year. From all indications, and next week I'm going to be talking to you a lot more about where the opportunities are, that you need to tap into. Where the opportunities are that you need to tap into based on the macroeconomic, conditions. Where should you be looking for opportunities? Where are the opportunities that you need to position very strongly for this year? If you are in agriculture or you run an agro business, agro processing, whatever you're doing in that value chain, you need to wake up this year because there is opportunity. There is investment going into that sector this year. There's a lot more focus on agriculture this year. And so there is money to be made. Even if you don't operate in that agricultural sector, if there is a way you serve that industry in one way, shape, or form, get ready to plug in. Get ready to plug in because money is coming into that sector this year. There's going to be a lot of investment in that place, and you want to be able to take advantage of it. All right. So you need to get on your numbers. You need to maintain consistent, review of your numbers. You need to understand how your sales are coming. You need to know, how your sales, the moments that are high, the moments that are low, understand what is going on. More importantly, you need to understand your cost structure. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, there was a video I posted yesterday of a guy who is into apparel production, and he went ahead to present his business. He wanted investors to invest in them, and by the time they asked him one question, that question just threw him off balance. There was a woman on that panel who is also in fashion industry. The woman asked him, how much is one apparel that you're making? I think it makes hoodies and things like that. How much is this apparel that you make? It says it's 10,000 naira. What is the cost of production of your apparel? It says 6,000 naira. And the woman said to her, there's something wrong with your maths. Something is wrong with your business, because in fashion business, it is minimum three times. You must cover your cost base minimum 3 times with your pricing. That is the average in the fashion industry. Go and understand your own industry, because you may be playing below the industry average. And that means that your business is inefficient when it comes to, your profits. You may not be pricing properly. You may not have captured all your costs properly. Do you understand? So you're sitting in front of an investor, you're saying this is, and they're telling you, no, something is wrong. Your math is not correct. You're not pricing properly, or there's something wrong with your cost structure. How could you be spending 6,000? Perhaps maybe the only reason that will have made it justifiable for you to produce and sell at 10,000 must mean that that thing is not costing you more than 3,000 to produce. Do you see? So for you to be producing at 6,000, there's something wrong there. Is it that you're not pricing well, or you have not captured your costs properly, or there is something that is blowing up your cost that you're not paying attention to? Do you see? So you have to go and look at your own industry. What is the average in your industry? And how does your business stack against other businesses? Do you understand? You need to go and understand that. You need to go and understand that. You run a restaurant. What is your margin on the things that you're doing? Because some of you, one of the reasons you are finding it hard to scale your business is because of improper pricing. It's because your margins are so low that even the profit that you're making, your overhead is taking a significant portion of it. Some of you, now, if I ask you, what is the percentage of your profit that you are using to service your overheads? Many people don't know. Many people don't know. Because if a significant portion of your profit is going into your overheads, it leaves you with so little reserve that you can use to scale. So little. It means that growth for that business will be significantly challenged. So if that is the thing that you sit down today to figure out in your business, you will have done well. If this is the only thing you take out of this session today, you will have done well. Go and work on it. Go and understand your numbers. Because that is the secret to how you are going to scale that business this year. That is the secret. Go and understand your numbers. If your business is not profitable, we cannot even be talking about scale. Because where is scale going to come from? You must run a sufficiently profitable business. It is where your business is sufficiently profitable that you can begin to put reserves aside, that you can channel towards all the growth initiatives that will build your business this year. Do you see? So in pulling everything that we've talked about together, we have just about 8 minutes to go. If you have questions, just drop it and I'll take it once I do the summary. All I have been sharing with you so far is, number one, you need to refine your value proposition. It needs to be clear. The people you are trying to reach need to understand why they should buy from you. They need to know what makes you different. They need to know why your own product or why your own service is differentiated. And why shouldn't I buy from the next person? Why should I buy from you? Do you see? You have to be able to communicate your value proposition, even in your messaging on social media, your messaging on the different platforms through which your customers reach out to you. Your messaging must be clear. Your value proposition must be very clear. You must stand out, be differentiated. Even if you are in a crowded market, find what resonates the most with your customers and communicate with them in that language. Make sure it comes through in your messaging. Refine your value proposition if it needs to be refined. Okay. Number two, build systems. This one, I cannot overemphasize it. Create a workflow for your production, your packaging, your distribution, everything you do, create a workflow for it. Number three, expand your revenue streams. Expand it. Ask yourself, and what else? By the time you keep asking yourself, and what else? And what else? Something will drop. Something will drop. An idea will drop. You will see it. It will be clear. What else can you do? Ask that question. And what else? Find a way to expand your revenue streams. And there are many ways you can expand your revenue stream. Maybe I will do a session that is really just focused on this particular area. Because some of us, there's a way that we just, get into that mental block because we've been so much in the business, we can't really see outside of the business, right? You have to look for ways to expand your revenue streams. Look for low entry products. Look for low-hanging fruits. Step out of the norm, step out of your comfort zone, step out of the things that you're used to. Try new things this year. Try it on a small scale. And then if you achieve success with it, you can scale it. You see? Then leverage technology. Use social media to your advantage. Use technology as an enabler. Use technology to optimize your process, to make you more efficient. Use technology to gain more visibility with your customers. And then, lastly, practice financial discipline. It's important. Reinvested profit can help you to scale up your production, ultimately to the point where you begin to export to other countries and earn foreign currency. Some of you need a specialized coaching session. Don't run away. This is the year you must build your own capacity as a business owner because there's only so much you can do. So leverage people that can actually help you to see beyond what you can see. Embrace coaching. Find experts that speak to you, that understand your business and can show you the things that you're supposed to be doing, can show you where the opportunities are, can show you where the gaps are in your business, and you can position yourself for that. So we have about 4 minutes for questions. If you have any questions at this point in time, I'm willing to take the question. I see a question here. In building systems, how do you checkmate theft or fraud? Great. I like that question. You see, part of the process of building system is to checkmate these kind of things. Remember when I told you about how you build processes? It is when you document the workflows in your business that you'll be able to identify the things that can go wrong. One of the things that can go wrong is incidences of fraud or theft. You will then be able to create controls around it. So let's say, for instance, you run a business where your customers are allowed to pay you cash. That gives you room for theft because people can pilfer cash. Cash pilferage can easily happen. Do you understand? So if you look at your processes very well and you realize that this cash system that we run will give opportunity for people, for cash to just grow legs or grow wings and fly away, what you may need to do is that you discontinue cash in your business. And so people would only pay directly to your bank account. And you can set up a system where for every payment that is processed by bank transfer, it must be confirmed before the customer leaves. If you use your POS system very well and you stay on top of it, make sure that you also monitor it to ensure that you do, because we've heard stories of staff that brought their own POS and they are doing their own business inside their boss's business, So you also have to be careful. You also have to be careful. Make sure that your POS systems are checked from time to time so that you don't have foreign bodies in your business, right? So you have to look at what are the loopholes that you've created, whether knowingly or unknowingly, that allows or gives room for theft. Even your stocks, especially for those of you that operate, product businesses. Do you do stock taking, regular stock taking? How do you ensure that your products, you can account for them? Because if people are not stealing money, they are stealing products. Do you understand? So what process do you have in place to checkmate the products that people are bringing in from maybe your warehouse into the store? How many people have access to your warehouse, for instance? Do you have something that is called maker, checker, control in your business? Meaning not one person can start a process from dealing with a client's order to receiving payment. That process is not completed by just one person because that is how people can just, take advantage of a situation and siphon the money or divert the money to themselves. Do you see? So make sure that you have a process that brings at least 2 or 3 people involved in the process of servicing a customer, except they collude together. Okay? Except they collude together, they wouldn't be able to perpetrate fraud or theft, or at least even if they do, you have a higher chance of detecting it on time. Do you see? You have a higher chance of detecting it on time as opposed to one person is able to take everything from beginning to the end and nobody sees what that person has done. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So it's important. And they regularly send messages to your customer. Tell them that this is the account, this is the standard account of the customer. Put that information everywhere. Get in touch with your customer, engage with them so that they know. So that the day that your staff would give them a different account, they will know that this one is different. This is not the accounts that we're used to. Do you see? I don't know if we have any other question. For tracking performance metrics, what are the tools we can use? So, for instance, there are many things you could be tracking in your business. So, if you use an accounting software, for instance, all your transactions are going into the accounting software. That accounting software can be programmed in such a way that it begins to show you your profitability week on week. Okay, it can analyze your numbers so let's say you're tracking profitability. You can set it up in a way that you can see your profitability. This is our weekly performance, or this is the sales that we did this week. How much of that is our profit? That's a metric you're tracking right there. And you can use your accounting tool for that. Do you see? Your inventory tools. There are software that are used for capturing or for tracking inventory. So you can see which of your inventory has gone really low, which of your inventory is not moving at all, is idle, right? Which of your inventory is moving really fast, which of your inventory has been depleted. You can use that as well. So there are softwares that are used for that. Even your customer management softwares, right, that allows you to be able to interact with your customers. You can see how many complaints you got within a particular period of time, and you can see how you're making progress with reducing that, or maybe it's increasing, as the case may be. You'll be able to pick all of that up. Looking at your social media, for instance, there are metrics to also check. Which of your posts are doing very well? How many website visits did you see? How many inquiries dropped along the way? Inquiries that were not completed or that did not result in the customer really paying for the product that they inquired about. Those are things that you can track. So you need to sit within your business and understand what is important for our business when it comes to performance. How are we tracking ourselves? What are the big things we're looking out for? From a financial performance standpoint, from a performance of your staff, even from performance in terms of business development, how you are able to acquire new customers. If you set a target and say on a weekly basis, we want to ensure that we are acquiring at least 10 new customers, that's a metric right there that you're tracking. What are the platforms that you're using to acquire customers? And how are you going to track and know whether you actually got 10 or you didn't get as much as 10 or you got more than 10? So you have to ask yourself that. Do you see? I hope that answers your question. Do we have any more question? Because we're wrapping it up at this point. If this has been good for you, let me see your comment in the chat. Drop your light bulb moments. What were the things that resonated with you the most? What is the one thing that you're going to do as you're leaving this live session today? What is the one thing, if you didn't do anything, one that you're going to do today? I want to see it in the chat box. What is the one thing that you're going to do that will help you to take strategic action? What is the clarity that you got today about how to scale your business? And what is that area of improvement that you're going to focus on? I just want to see one in the chat. I need you to put that for me. Let's see you go for it. What was it that stood out for you? What resonated with you the most in this session today? Let's say it. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. What resonated with you? What resonated with you? Scaling your business is a very, very deliberate process. It's not something that just happens by happenstance, or something that you just stumble into. It requires a lot of clarity. And that's why I started with understanding your own value proposition. How you're going to scale your business is premised on the fact that you're very clear on what you're trying to scale. So clarity is important. Discipline is important. Continuous learning is important. Don't say this year, I don't want any coach to collect my money. Anything that you don't know, go and learn it. This is the year that you must build yourself personally. Build yourself personally. Learn something new. Learn something new. Learn something new. Personally, this year, I have learned how to create videos by myself. See, there's nothing I'm going to be coming here to talk to you about that I'm not doing myself. So I'm not one of those people that will come and talk and talk and talk without having practicalized it. It's something that I am doing, that I'm coming here to share with you. For the longest time, I've been, toiling with the idea of I want to create videos, I want to do more videos and everything, but I just never had the time for it. Guess what I did? I made a huge investment this year. I invested in the video creation tools that I'm going to be using, including my light, all those big lights that photographers use and everything. I had to set everything up invested in my Osmo Pocket, invested in everything that I needed to do, got a video editor to help me with my editing and all of that. So just watch out for me. You're going to be seeing my videos, more and more. And then you're going to see me more on YouTube this year because I want to add value to you as people in my tribe. I want my business owners to do very well this year. So I learned how to create videos by myself. I know that may sound like, okay, why are you just learning video creation in this age? That is because it is something that I've always looked forward to, but I've never really had time for it. Do you see? Now, there are parts of it that I also outsourced. I'm not going to be doing the editing myself. So that's something that I've also outsourced. Yeah. So also think about the new things that you're going to learn to do this year. And then think of the things that you're going to outsource as well so that you can focus on the most important thing. Nobody else can do this for me. I have to show up here, right? And so those are high value actions, strategic actions. You need to identify your own strategic actions that you're going to take this year. Someone says, I totally enjoyed this. I'll be catching a replay. Of course, you should catch a replay and share the link. Everybody, share the link. Share the link. Oh, you didn't pay for this. Free, you were given. Share freely. Okay? Share freely. Emmanuel says, understand your industry, your cost standard for pricing. Nancy says, check what percentage of my business income is used back in overheads. Good. About Job says, I will articulate clear workflows for all my services and redefine the why people buy from us. The message of why people buy from us. Fantastic. Well done. Peace says, I will work on my value proposition and workflow. Good. Sunday says, will you recommend some software one can use? I don't know what particularly you want the software to do for you. So if I know the particular thing you want to use the software for, perhaps I may be able to recommend. Peace says, do you offer specialized coaching for small businesses? Yes, we do. I offer specialized coaching. So if you want to reach out to me, I will leave my email in the description on YouTube. Send a mail to hello@biolaflow.com. Hello@biolaflow.com. We offer coaching to small businesses. Yes. Awesome. Somebody's talking about outsourcing. I will work on my value proposition and financial discipline. Yes, I love that. I love that. Well done, everybody. You guys are amazing. This has been an awesome time. I thoroughly enjoy sharing with you today. This is something that I enjoy, actually. I enjoy just teaching and sharing practical nuggets that I believe will add value to you. So go and make me proud. Go and do business, profitable business this year, and let's grow together. Come on, let's grow together. Let's grow together this year. Awesome stuff with you being with me live today. Share the link to as many people as possible. Let them be able to catch the replay and also learn something. I'll see you next week. God bless you.